Hello, friends. Today we are going to study about internal structure of monocotyledon root. The typical example of monocot root we are going to visualize maize as the typical example. Last time we have studied the internal structure of dicotyledon root. Now today is the monocotyledon root. The structural difference between the dicotyledon root and monocotyledon root lies there in the total number of vascular bundles. In the dicotyledon root, as we have discussed, there are radial type of vascular bundles, and the number of radial type of vascular bundles are either 2, 3 or 4. Diarch to tetrarch condition. It is seen in the dicotyledon root. Whereas here in the monocotyledon root, the total number of radial vascular bundles are numerous. They are always 8, 11, 16, or maximum they can occur up to 22 in number. Maximum they can appear up to 22 in number. That is, thus in the monocotyledon root, there is a polyarch type of condition. Poly means many, numerous, ranging from 8 to 22 in number in different monocots. So this is called as polyarch type of condition. The total number of radial vascular bundles, the xylem bundles, phloem bundles, they are always numerous, numerous, arch. The number of protoxylem points of the xylem bundles, they are numerous, and the protoxylem points are facing toward the outer side or away from the center. This we call as X-arch condition. X means toward the outer side and arch means the protoxylem points. The protoxylem points of the xylem bundle, they are facing away from the pith. We call this condition as X-arch. So this is the basic difference between the dicot root and monocot root. In dicot root, the total maximum number is up to 2 to 4 in number, whereas in the monocot, they are numerous from 8 to 22 in number. Now over here, this is the root transverse section, monocot root transverse section. This section, it shows the typical structure of the root. There is a epidermis. There is a epidermis. We also called it as epiplema or piliferous layer. Outermost protective covering of the root, we called it as epidermis. Outermost protective covering of the root, we called it as epidermis. So protection is the principal function which the root epidermis it perform, root epiblema it perform. And this particular epidermis shows numerous root hairs developed. Numerous root hairs develop. The root hairs are also looks like a pili or a flagella. Therefore, some people call this epidermis, epiblema, as piliferous layer. So, in addition to the protection as the function, this root epidermis also functions the function of absorption of water and minerals, dissolved minerals from the soil. So, this is epidermis, which is made up of barrel shaped cells. The cells are compactly placed, and such a compact uniseriate layer of the cells composing the protective skin of the root. It shows no cuticle. There is no cuticle as like there in the stem. The root epidermis shows no cuticle. So this is all about epiblema or epidermis, piliferous layer with the root hairs absorptive function. Now below the epidermis there is a cortex. There is a region of cortex. This cortex is made up of parenchyma type of cells. These are parenchyma type of the cells. These are the parenchyma type of the cells. This is a very massive storage region made up of parenchyma type of tissue. This is a massive region made up of parenchyma type of tissue, which is a loose tissue with the numerous intercellular spaces, and this serves as a storage tissue of the root. Now, some part of this particular cortex, which particularly the hypodermal part, this is the hypodermal part, this is the hypodermal part. This is shows the compact arrangement of the cells as compared to the central part, as compared to this part, the peripheral part, this part is compact as compared to this part. Now, this particular peripheral part, it may be sometimes lignified with the maturity of the monocot root. When the monocot root slightly matures, this particular hypodermal part, it becomes lignified, and the cells give the appearance just like this sclerenchyma cells. And whenever we take the section of such a root and if we stain it with the safranin, this particular hypodermal part appears pinkish in color, and pinkish color indicate that the cells are thickened with the lignin. Lignin is the harder substance present in the sclerenchymatous type of the cells. So this part there, it is called as exodermis. This is called as exodermis. Exo means outer, toward the peripheral side. Dermis means a region, a layer, exodermis. So this is about the hypodermal part, which is compactly arranged, and somewhat thickened cells are there, which are lignified with the harder substance present in it. Now below this hypodermal part, exodermis, there is a cortex. There is a real storage tissue, cortex. This is parenchymatous storage tissue, cortex, loosely placed with numerous intercellular spaces. So this is all about cortex. Now below this cortex, there is a lowermost region of the cortex. We called it as endodermis. So this is outermost covering of the outside to the radial vascular bundles. This outermost covering the vascular bundles is called endodermis. This is the endodermis. This is the endodermis, outer layer, concentric circle, encircling the radial vascular bundles in the center. Radial vascular bundles in the center composes the endodermis. This endodermis helps in transfusion of the water. This acts as the passage of water. So this is about the endodermis, which is made up of single layer of barrel shaped cells with the characteristic type of structure helping in absorption of water. Now below this endodermis there is a pericycle. This is the parenchymatous pericycle present below the epidermis. One layer of the cells composes the concentric circle around the radial vascular bundles. We call it as pericycle. Cycle means a circular ring-like covering around the radial vascular bundles. These are the radial vascular bundles. This is xylem, this is the phloem, this is xylem, there is a phloem, this is xylem, this is phloem, this is xylem bundle. So these are the radial vascular bundles, and around them there is a pericycle. There is a ring around the radial vascular bundles. We call it as pericycle. Now inside the pericycle there are radial vascular bundles. For example, over here, this figure it shows 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 xylem bundles, red colored 8 xylem bundles are seen, and between the xylem bundles there is a phloem bundle over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. These are the phloem bundles. So here in the transverse section, the xylem is arranged on this radius, the phloem on this radius, succeeding xylem on this radius, phloem on this radius, xylem on this radius, phloem on this radius, xylem on this radius, phloem on this radius. This is how the xylem bundles and phloem bundles they are arranged on different radii. So if we consider this as a circle, this is a radius, xylem bundle on this radius, phloem bundle on this radius, succeeding xylem bundle on this radius, phloem bundle on this radius. So such type of vascular bundles where the xylem bundles and phloem bundles are arranged on different radii, we call it as radial type of vascular bundles. And the total number of radial type of vascular bundles, here this figure it shows 8 number. The total number of vascular bundles are 18 number. So it is numerous than the dicot roots. There in the dicot roots, the radial vascular bundles are 2 in number or maximum 4 in number. Here they are 18 number. So this is called as polyarch condition. Poly means many and arch means the protoxylem points of the xylem bundles. So this is a polyarch condition. Now in fact this figure it shows 8 number of vascular bundles, radial vascular bundles. Some monocot they may show 11 number of radial vascular bundles. Some they shows 16 vascular bundles, 16 radial vascular bundles. Some they shows 16 radial vascular bundles, or sometimes in some of the monocots 22 number of radial vascular bundles are there. So this is called as a polyarch type of condition. And if you observe the structure of each radial vascular bundle, and there the xylem bundle they shows larger xylem element toward the pith region. This is the central part, we called it as the pith. This is the pith, and the larger xylem elements, metaxylem, this is metaxylem, this is metaxylem. This is facing toward the pith. This central part is the pith. The metaxylem points are facing toward the pith, and the smaller protoxylem points are toward the outer side. We call this as X arch. The protoxylem points are facing toward the outer side. This is called as X arch type of condition. So this is the core part of the root showing polyarch type of condition, and the total number of radial vascular bundles are from 8, 11, 16 or maximum 22 in number or more. So numerous radial vascular bundles are there, polyarch condition showing X arch nature. Now in this core part there is a parenchymatous pith over here. This is the parenchyma type of tissue present in the central part of the root, which composes the pith. We call anatomically, internally, this is the pith tissue. Core part, central part of the root is made up of parenchymatous pith. So this is all about the internal structure of the monocotyledon root, showing epidermis. Then this is the hypodermal exodermis part, compactly arranged, thick wall, dignified cells composing the hypodermis or exodermis part of the cortex. Then there is a real massive, loose, soft, delicate, porous, with the intercellular spaces is the parenchymatous cortex. This is the parenchymatous cortex. Then there is a endodermis, innermost layer of the cortex. Below the endodermis there is a pericycle. Inside the pericycle there are radial vascular bundles, xylem bundles, phloem bundles, xylem bundles, phloem bundles. So radial vascular bundles are there, and between the radial vascular bundles, xylem bundles and phloem bundles, there is a conjunctive tissue. There is a parenchymatous type of conjunctive tissue is there present between the xylem and phloem bundles, but this conjunctive tissue do not causes the process of secondary growth in the monocot root. So this is all about the internal structure of monocot root. For typical example which we have visualized over here is the maze. Now this is one more figure of monocot root showing very beautiful Same structure, epidermis, root hairs are there, there is the epidermis or piliferous layer, this is hypodermal part, thick wall, this is the parenchymatous cortex, this is endodermis, this is pericycle, and these are the xylem bundles 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 radial xylem bundles are there, and between the xylem bundle there is a phloem over here. This is a phloem over here. This is a phloem over here. This is a phloem over here. So this is a polyarch condition, and the core part, this is the pith. This is the same figure, just as we have observed the earlier figure. This is the transverse section of the monocot root. This is transverse section of the monocot root. So this is one more view of monocot root showing the internal same composition. But this particular figure shows over here, this is the endodermis, and below the endodermis there should be one layer of the cells composing the pericycle, which is not seen in this particular figure. So this is the sort of correction which should be corrected. Below the endodermis there should be the pericycle over here. So this is all about the internal structure of monocot root. This is all about the internal structure of the monocot root. Now if you have any doubt regarding the internal structure, internal organization of the monocotyledon root, you can ask me the questions on the group to illustrate your difficulties. So with this I conclude over here. Dhanyavad.